I'm going to do something different today here on this channel. So I had this video prepared where I was going to tell you how to heal avoidant attachment, how to become more secure. But I thought, you know what? Let's scrap that. Let's forget that. Let's just actually do the healing with you here. So today we're going to be doing some energy healing to heal avoidant attachment, to become more secure. Before I jump into that, real quick, if you are new here, welcome. My name is Lindsay and I am the Real Love Alchemist. I help you go from bad relationships to real love with the magic of subconscious work, including energy healing. So if you want your own personal energy healing session and you're interested in learning about my work, then click on the link in the description that says work with me. All right, so let's jump into it here. So if you are an old hat at energy healing, you know how this works. I'm gonna leave the timestamp in here. You can jump to where we get started. But if you are new to energy healing and you are wondering, how the heck is this gonna work? How can I possibly feel a shift when she is sitting in a room and not doing this live with me? Well, let's break it down. So the idea here is with energy healing, I can get information from your subconscious. So I have set the intention that anyone who is watching this video in the future will receive this energy healing. So in theory here, we're working on what we call the quantum level, which means that there is we could say a part of us or this experience where we are all connected. And so because we are all connected, even if you are watching this on the other side of the planet, I can still connect to you and we can still do some energy healing for you. We can still clear some energy, no matter if you are sitting here next to me or again, if you are on the other side of the world. So what I'm going to be doing here today is tapping into the energy of all of you, basically anyone who will ever be watching this video in the future, to see what needs to be released to heal from avoidant attachment. So I get information from your subconscious in a number of different ways. One of the ways I get information is through intuition. So I use clairaudience and clairvoyance to kind of like see things or hear things in my mind's eye, or we could say in my spiritual hearing. So I will be listening while I'm doing this session, and I will also be looking. And so the different subconscious that are present here for this session, they're going to be showing me things as a collective that need to be released for you. So if I don't get any information that way, then I'm going to be using muscle testing. So that means I form a little circle with my fingers and I try to pull them apart. That's a yes answer. When I pull them apart and they come apart, that's a no answer from the subconscious. So I will have some different charts in front of me with different energies that may need to be released, and I'll be testing through to see what needs to be released for all of you. So I get information from your subconscious, and once I figure out what needs to be released, then I release that energy through intention. So that means if I hold the intention, if it's my desire to release this energy, then that is what happens. I will place my hand on my heart, hold the intention to clear that energy for all of you, and that's what happens. Now, the energy will take a little while to move through your physical body, but it will release right away from your energetic body. Intention is so powerful. That's actually what clears the energies. Much easier said than done, but if you have the intention to release that energy, then that's what will happen. If you have a specific question that I haven't covered here yet about how energy healing works, then please post that in the comments and I'll try to address that. But for now, let's get started. So I'm going to assume that if you're watching this video, you already know that you have some degree of avoidant attachment and you don't need a whole explanation on what that is. You're here to help shift that. You're here to move into a more secure attachment. So as I shared earlier in the video, I release these energies through intention. So what I'm doing over here is I'm holding the intention to release these energies that are relevant for you. But what you can do on your end is right at the beginning here of this video, if you want this energy healing, you can state that out loud or you can say it to yourself. You can say something like, I receive all of the healing from this video that's relevant for me, or I ask for all of the energy that's relevant for me to be released, or I claim this healing, whatever resonates with you and whatever feels good for you. And then as we go along here, and if you hear something that specifically you feel like, yes, that applies to me, you can also ask for that to be released. You can again say, I claim this healing, I ask for this healing, I receive this healing, and you will do so. All right, so let's get started. So I'm tuning into, again, anyone that's ever going to be watching this video, because the theory here is that there is only the now moment. So even though I'm doing this video, probably in the past from you watching this, you will still be able to receive the healing in this now moment. So I'm tapping in here and I'm asking all of your subconscious, what is the most important thing for us to release for you to move you into secure attachment? And what's coming up first is some fear. There's a lot of fear that's being held in this system around emotions, around intimacy. So we're going to clear that as a unit here. So I'm holding the intention. And you can ask to receive this if you can feel some fear within your system too. We're going to clear all the fear specifically around feeling your emotions and also around intimacy. So we're just doing that right now. And we're asking for that to happen throughout all time and space, any other lifetimes, dimensions where you're experiencing this. And I'm getting we need to do this generationally too. So if you had an avoidant parent, and that tendency was passed down through your genes, we're going to do that now. So we're clearing any fear around emotions and intimacy that you may have inherited from any of your ancestors here. So there we go. Now, as we're going along here, you might want to pause if you feel you need to take a breath for a moment, if you need to drink some water. I'll be pausing throughout this video here to let the energy start to move through, but feel free to stop the video at any point. And I also want to mention, this is not meant to be just a one-time healing. There are so many layers that we need to move through to work through avoidant attachment and to move into more secure attachment. So watch this video over and over again, as many times as you need to, and you will hear something new each time. You will release a different layer each time. So please be sure to come back to this video. All right, so the next thing we're going to work on is we need to clear, this is especially for the men who are going to be watching this video, but also for some of the women too. We need to clear some conditioning. And what I mean by conditioning is the beliefs that were passed down to you, whether they were inherited or they were taught to you, about what was good and bad and right and wrong. And so I'm hearing that for a lot of the men out there, they received conditioning that it is not okay to be emotional, that it is weak to feel your emotions, to express your emotions. You have to be strong. Being a strong person means avoiding closeness to some degree. And I'm getting again that this is for women too. So we're going to hold the intention to clear any of this conditioning that again is telling you that it's not okay, it's not good to be emotional, to feel your emotions, because that's just not true. That's just not true. So again, if you want this, you can ask to receive that right now. So we're clearing all of that conditioning. And again, if you receive some of that inheritedly, is that a word? If you inherited some of that, we're clearing that as well. And what subconscious is showing me now, again, this is subconscious as a unit. I'm tuning into all of you collectively that are watching this video, but it's showing me some conditioning that you picked up from being in school. So maybe this was if you were a young boy getting teased for being emotional, getting teased for crying. Is that a belief we need to clear? Yeah, so we're going to clear whatever beliefs formed for you. And this goes for young girls too. We're going to clear any beliefs that you picked up on from other peers, from school. I'm getting like playground experiences where you were shamed, embarrassed, judged in any way for having emotions, for being emotional, expressing emotions. So that's what we're doing right now. We're clearing that. And just take a deep breath as we do this here. Beautiful, beautiful. And what subconscious is showing me next here is that there's some shame. So a lot of times if we, and I say this as someone who used to be very avoidant, when I was younger, I held on to a lot of shame. Shame around, again, my emotions, shame around really just feeling not enough in many ways. And that was kind of reflected in my environment growing up, and again, some of the school experiences I've had. So we're going to clear some of this shame for you. I'm getting shame again from early experiences, being judged around having emotions, feeling like you're not enough. Can we clear that as an energy? Yeah, we're going to clear feeling not enough throughout this lifetime and also throughout all time and space. So again, if you have beliefs around past lives, sometimes that could be happening there. So we're going to do this through all time and space here. Shame and not feeling enough. Good. So that was a lot. Let's let this simmer for a minute. And like I shared in the beginning of the video, you can watch this over and over again to get to deeper and deeper layers. But if you want your own personal energy healing, then feel free to click on the link in the description where you can schedule a session with me. Just go to the part where it says work with me. I can do video sessions for you, and I also offer remote energy healing sessions. That should be in the link in the description as well. All right, so take a deep breath here. And subconscious is showing me that there's some energetic cords that we need to clear between you and some family members. So energetic cords are connections that we have to people in our lives where it feels like we can be very easily influenced by them. And maybe, like let's say, for example, you have this energetic cord with a parent, like let's say it's your mother, and you feel like your mother really doesn't have much influence in your life now. But if you're still corded to her, there could still be this, we could say like a younger part of you who is still on some level being influenced by this person in that way. And I'm being shown that for some of you here, you had very overbearing caregivers, whether it was a mother or a father. And there's some energetic cords here that we need to clear that are making it feel like intimacy is very threatening, because perhaps you felt smothered, or like you couldn't have your own space to be who you were, to be independent. So I'm just checking with the subconscious. Yes, that's what we need to clear. So we're going to clear some of these cords. And when we clear cords, we don't just cut them. We neutralize the energy of that cord. We send the energy back to who that person belongs, and we pull your energy back from anywhere which is no longer serving you. And we send unconditional love to both of you, and so that cord just dissolves very gently. And again, we're only cutting cords that don't serve you anymore. So again, these are cords specifically related to caregivers who you felt like were quite overbearing, or you felt smothered at times, like you couldn't be yourself. And there we go, there we go. Now I'm also seeing that for some of you, this avoidant attachment developed because you actually did not get very much emotional connection, and you were also shamed a lot. So these could have been abusive caregivers. And so let me see what we need to clear here. We need to clear unworthiness in that circumstance. This could be in any kind of circumstance too, but now we're going to clear the energies of feeling unworthy. Again, throughout all time and space, related to avoidant attachment. And what we're going to clear next is something called a memory field. So a memory field is literally like the energy of memories that are stuck in your mind. And if you have a lot of memories of relationships or love being things that were painful, things that were scary, things that you actually didn't like, that energy is still stuck in your system. So we're going to clear any memory fields associated with painful relationships, abusive relationships, relationships where you felt neglected, any associations here with love and intimacy being something undesirable. So we're doing that right now, clearing that energy for you. Good, there we go. So we're getting towards the end here because we're moving a lot of energy through, and your subconscious will not let you do more than you're able to handle at once. So we're gonna keep it short here. We're not gonna do too much, but what I'm getting here is the next energy that we need to clear are specific beliefs. So beliefs around love being something that is undesirable or unwanted or not safe, or something that threatens your independence, or something that is very overwhelming. So I'm hearing we don't need to know the specific beliefs here, but we're going to hold the intention to clear any of these negative beliefs that you might be holding on to and anything that caused them to form in the first place. So those could be emotions, they could again be energetic cords. So we're clearing those. That's happening right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to replace those beliefs with positive beliefs that you would like to have about love and relationships instead of those negative ones. So I'm going to call in some general ones here for you. But if you have a specific belief that you would like to replace that with, and you can say that out loud, you can say that to yourself, and we're going to install that for you. And it could be a number of different beliefs, so we'll do that for you now. So we're going to shift this to beliefs like, it's safe for me to be loved. I can be loved and be who I am. I can be loved and have independence. And you can share any other ones that you would like to install right now. We're going to do that for you. And now we're going to kind of close up this session here. I'm going to ask that you are grounded. So I'm going to visualize that happening. We're going to ground you into the earth so you can process this session. And we're also going to ask for all of your life force energy to come back to you. So wherever you're giving away some of your energy, anything we cleared today where your energy is still stuck, we're going to ask for that to come back. And I'm going to hold the intention that you're now going to be stepping into a new relationship with you and a new relationship with the world, meaning you are now this new version of yourself. You have let go of some of these energies. You are a different version of yourself, and you're stepping into this new reality where you can have the kind of relationship that you want. So we're holding that intention for you here, and I'm seeing that, seeing you step into that. Oh, and it's beautiful. And there we go. You have just done an energy healing session. And so now for some integration work, if you'd like, it would be helpful if you feel called to this to just go for a short walk outside. Even if you just step outside and just take some deep breaths, that can help this work integrate. I like to take hot baths after I do this kind of work and just get very comfortable and cozy. You might feel tired after this work, so you might want to rest and take a nap. I find journaling very helpful after this kind of work. And know that this will continue to evolve over the next few days. For some of you, it'll just be a day or two. For some of you, it will continue to evolve over a week or more. And so you might experience some shifts. You might feel lighter. I would love to hear what your experiences are with this energy healing in the comments. So please do share them with me. And if you liked this, please do subscribe to my channel. I've got a ton more ideas for energy healings like this, and they're all going to be related to healing from painful relationships and finding healthy love. So, I mean, we're going to do everything from clearing around narcissistic relationships, becoming emotionally available, cheating, betrayal. I mean, if you even have a specific idea for an energy healing, then also post that in the comments. And stay tuned, because next year I'm hoping to create some group energy healing work, which means you will get a ton of energy healing, like a week's worth for a very, very affordable price. So stay tuned for that. And remember, if you have questions, leave that in the comments. And if you'd like your own personal healing session, click in the description where it says work with me.